my mother had two brothers. And one of them went off to live with the Indians. And the other went off to live with the saucer people. She used to like to say that that's why she married an engineer. When I was a young man, my uncle lived in the Lower East Side, near Greenwich Village, where I played in some coffee houses. And he had a group that he developed, much like we have a group here in Toastmasters. My Toastmasters group meets in the cold light of daylight. But his group met after dark, especially in the wintertime. It gets dark early. And some of his group could get into a higher state of consciousness. And they could talk to spirits and other beings that you normally can't have any conversation with. They met on 42nd Street in a building where business was done during the day, much like this building here. And at one of their meetings, one of the mediums was able to contact the pilot of a spaceship from Venus. His name was Wog. And they had several conversations with Wog, and at one meeting, one of the members of the group suggested that they should meet Wog in person. And he agreed to do so. So the next week, at the appointed time for the meeting, they went to Central Park at the place where they were supposed to meet Wog. It was kind of a cold day, and they were standing around, and there wasn't a lot of traffic, and nobody came. Finally, a man came walking along the other side of the street, walking his dog. He and the dog stopped under a street light, and the dog walked twice around the man. And then the man looked at them. And then the man and the dog walked on. They were very disappointed. They were furious. And for the next meeting, the medium could hardly get into a higher state of consciousness. But finally she did, and she contacted Wog. And Wog told him that sure enough, that was him walking his dog. And that's how my uncle met the pilot of a spaceship from Venus. And this is an introduction to my uncle's favorite topic, which is that there are among us people from other planets and other civilizations, and they are able to assume our form and wear our clothes, and you can't tell them when you walk down the street. You probably know one or two of these people. Possibly in your Toastmasters group there's one or two. And they can't reveal themselves because if they revealed themselves now, it would be pandemonium. But if you work and develop your consciousness, perhaps you will be ready for the day when they are set to reveal themselves.